welcome everybody to this gathering. And I'm Marianne Hanley, and I'm the chair of the Academy. And together we are coming together to appreciate and celebrate our inaugural inductees, you all, for your contributions to holistic nursing. And I want to thank Ray for creating the beautiful prelude to our ceremony, sharing the ideas and the images of our founding members and our inductees. And as we proceed, if you would all mute your mics. And at this time, it's my honor to introduce Mary Elaine Southard, who will open our program with a blessing. Mary Elaine.
Thank you, Marianne. Welcome, everyone. As we embark on this path of God, we walk together in solidarity for the future of holistic nursing globally. Please take a moment to allow this blessing to unite us, honor our work, and bring healing to all. A blessing. May the light of your soul guide you. May the light of your soul bless the work you do with the secret love and warmth of your heart. May you see in what you do the beauty of your own soul. May the sacredness of your work bring healing, light, and renewal to those who work with you and to those who see and receive your work. May your work never weary you. May it release within you well springs of refreshment, inspiration, and excitement. May you be present in what you do. May you never become lost in the bland absences. May the day never burden. May dawn find you awake and alert, approaching your new day with dreams, possibilities, and promises. May evening find you gracious and fulfilled. May you go into the night blessed, sheltered, and protected. May your soul calm, console, and renew you. And so may a slow wind work these words of blessing around you, an invisible cloak to mind your life. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you, Mary Elaine. And Helen will provide us with a welcome.
Well, thank you, Mary Elaine. That was just beautiful. And I would say also thought-provoking. And I'll talk a little more about that in just a few minutes. But first, I want to tell you how honored I am to be able to say hello to each one of you and have you here to share this induction of the Global Academy of Holistic Nursing's 42 inaugural scholars. It is totally amazing to me. And I am quite sure that someday somebody will say this was an historical event, that this was the day that GAN actually launched. So it's a joy and it's an honor for me to greet you and to welcome you, the inductees and the guests, US, Britain, Canada. We are deeply honored to have you here to share this time with us. So over the next few minutes, I want to do 5 things. I'll say a few words about the founding of GAN, introduce the founders to you, provide an overview of our program, share a personal reflection, and then introduce our keynote. So first about the founders. Now there's an historical background that fully describes our backstory of Academy and the website, so I'm not going to go into that, but I do want to say a little bit about our process. In 2014, our group came together as a task force with a specific assignment. We came with different backgrounds, a lot of experience, including all levels of education, teaching, participating as students, etc., practice within agencies, practice in private practices, experience in the system regulation aspect of nursing, such as boards of nursing, regulation and policy development and administration of various kinds. So I would say we came somewhat as a motley crew of holistic nursing with various experiences and evolved into something else. As we worked to address the original charge, one thing led to another. It was sort of like opening the cupboard for a cracker and ending up making fudge. So by 2017, we'd provided presentations, conferences, workshops, drafted talking points, drafted the first edition of the curricular guidelines, and produced a number of webinars. As we worked together, we talked, debated, dreamed, and created possible strategies to address the barriers that we had uncovered as we evolved from a group of individuals charged to do a task to a group of mindset needed to address major issues in healthcare. We began to get a glimmer of what was missing and what was needed. A vision emerged and we changed our focus. We evolved from completing a task to creating an opening for hope. We spent time to articulate our thoughts, related values, and began to plan how we might create a venue where like-minded colleagues could join us in our mission. May 5th, 2019, the group met for the first time to specifically discuss creating this academy. We selected a board and immediately set to work articulating our vision, mission, and purpose, searching the heart and minds of one another, drafting, revisiting, starting over, building on, and so forth. We finally concluded that the creation of such a venue is to create a unique entity, one that we had to embrace in order to let it grow, knowing we'd make mistakes and sometimes have to backtrack, but we had to take action. We had to give it its existence so it could take on its own life. Knowing as others joined, such as you would plant seeds and the entity itself would morph with time. So we set a timeline to move forward boldly, and June 26th today is the outcome of those decisions. So with that, let's go to the introduction, if you will, of the founders. I'm not going to tell you more about them either because you can go to the website and find their bio sketches and learn a lot more than I would have time to say. So in a few words about the group, we're all quite human, make our mistakes, have our cranky days, and sometimes need to take away time or take time away. Yet all of us search for inner knowing, try to do our best to help one another and try to keep our eyes on the goal. We aren't afraid of making mistakes. We believe in dreaming and working hard to actualize those dreams. We believe in what we're doing, our mission. We believe in one another, and we believe in you. And so it's with great pleasure I introduce to you the founders and now the board of directors for the next 2 years, starting with our officers. Our board chair, Marianne Hanley. Our chair-elect is Marianne Smith. Secretary is Elaine Southard. Treasurer is Kay Sandor. We have 2 directors at large, Margaret Erickson and Deborah Shields, and I serve as the executive director for the time being. So now a bit about our program today. In just a few minutes, we'll start with a brief keynote presented by our board chair. This will be followed by an introduction to the induction ceremony. During the induction ceremony, each of the inductees will be highlighted. Following the induction ceremony, Richard Cowling will offer a brief end note, which will be followed by the closing of the ceremony, a blessing of the hands offered by Marianne Smith. Immediately following, there'll be another 30-minute prelude slideshow. And again, we can chat and interact. During that time, you can send messages to inductees, guests, and so forth. So now, before I introduce our keynote, I'd like to reflect on Mary Elaine's blessing, which opened our program today. As I read through the words of John O'Donohue, Irish poet and philosopher, and listened to them spoken by Mary Elaine, the beauty of the words brought to my mind the implications of them and the ease in which many of us who think of ourselves as holistic beings lose track of our spiritual self. Somehow it seems so easy to forget that we are more than biophysical beings with inseparable body, brain, and mind. While we know that we come with a spiritual presence or drive, a way of knowing, something that helps us understand why we're here, what we need to be fulfilled, what gives our life meaning. In the hurry scurry of living a world filled with tasks, we lose sight sometimes of that knowing. It may linger on the edge of our conscious mind, but it hangs in the background, waiting for us to remember or rediscover its presence, its significance. It waits patiently. It may linger on just on the edge, but it hangs in the background. It's too bad that we can't remember the power of the cosmic chuckle. But sometimes that ability is pushed away. It's a space replaced by the worries of daily tasks, trying to make up a life, missteps, mistake, or just through the struggles of life. When this happens, we forget to ask ourselves, who are we as individuals? What do we do? What's in our purpose? We can't forget our values and don't stop to ask ourselves, who do we want to be when we're 50, 60, 70, 80, or in my case, 90? Yet it waits. And when we rediscover, it's like finding the beauty of the first flower that blooms in the spring. Each time it's fresh, each time it's different, each time it promises a future. When we're all able to tap into ourselves, that part of ourself, that part of our being, which it gives our life meaning and makes us unique, we realize that we ourselves exist beyond our body, brain, or even our mind. Recently, I heard this described by an anonymous speaker who said, most people think that their spirit resides inside their body, but that's backwards. It's the body that resides within the spirit. To translate, it's yourself that is greater than your biophysical systems. So we as a group have much to do as we go forward. Our vision is worthy and exhilarating, yet our mission can be intimidating. I believe that it's that greater sense of self that each of us brings to this organization, that authentic self that we bring as individuals that contributes to the whole that will be needed to fill the gaps between what we envision and what we produce. It is not alone as individuals, nor as a cohort of founders that we will find the way, but it is together as we each contribute our own strengths, skills, and attributes ourselves that we will be able to build upon what has been created by the founders and accomplish our dreams. In 1855, a group of naturalists asked Florence Nightingale to envision the future. They asked, what will it be like in 1999? She responded, it will be what you make it. Her response all those years ago holds true for us today. It will be what we make it. And I trust that we can create together something that is greater than any of us can imagine at this moment in time. I know that together we can dream, and what we dream can be actualized. I also know that there are many ways to do our work. Together we'll sort this out. We'll discover the joy of our efforts. You, the esteemed scholars of GAN, bring a new life, new opportunities. And so I welcome you to this august ceremony, the beginning of the next phase of what will be. And at this time, I'd like to invite you to sit back, relax, and wrap yourself, or as Donahue said, your invisible cloak to mind your life, as we listen to Dr. Marianne Hanley, lifetime nurse, Gestalt thinker, co-author of a theory, The Healing Process, expert in therapeutic touch, and so many more, and the board chair of GAN, who will speak to us about appreciating the synergy of holistic scholars. Dr. Marianne Hanley.
Thank you, Helen. I'm not sure I know how to follow that. Many of us have had that challenge, but I want to thank you. And I'm honored to be here and to serve as the inaugural chair of the Global Academy of Holistic Nursing. Just to reiterate what Helen said, the idea of the Academy emerged from the work of HNCC's Consensus Model Task Force and a desire to form an organization whose purposes are to advance holistic nursing praxis and facilitate global healthcare transformation. We imagined bringing together nursing scholars grounded in and open to a holistic worldview, who demonstrate and have the potential to demonstrate a commitment to co-creating a community in support of that holistic scholarship and praxis. As I look at the names and the faces and the backgrounds of today's inductees, I appreciate each of you for joining us on this new journey and for the richness your knowledge and your experience bring to this endeavor. This is a very exciting and special day. We will never have another day like today. We'll have many spectacular days, but none will be like today. So, the picture of the garden, I have to admit that settling on a focus for today's presentation was a challenge, and I definitely suffered from a plethora of metaphors ranging from baseball fields, build it and they will come, to tapestries, which Helen mentioned earlier, looking at aesthetics, music, dance, art, to worlds coalescing into celestial universes. Well, you get the idea. It kept me up a lot of nights dreaming of this. But this picture of the Chihuly Garden in Seattle illustrates for me the unity of the diversity that our unique histories and our common grounding in nursing brings together in order to create a new synergy of holistic nursing scholarship. Every aspect of this garden, as with our life experiences, derives from a shared grounding in the natural world. The earth that nurtures us, the beauty that inspires us, and the curiosity that encourages us to better understand the nature of our relationships with ourselves, with others, and with the environment. And the magic of this garden is that even those things that are created by Chihuly and his minions come from nature. So even though they are imaginative, they still inform and create a new understanding within this lovely garden. So as with any garden, there's a plan, there is order and intention, and once brought to fruition, it is understood as the whole, as each aspect enriches every other aspect, from vision to concept to reality. The plan for the Academy centers on a holistic worldview, integrating holistic values, scholarship, and creating an environment in which these may flourish. And with that flourishing, radiating our intentions out into the world to foster equity and transformation in healthcare. We are the garden. We are diverse. The founders, charter members, honorary members, and distinguished members who comprise, as Helen said, the esteemed scholars of the Academy. We will be known for the community we create here, beginning today, and will be appreciated for the fullness of our contributions to the nursing profession and society in the long run. Each of us, at some time in our lives, was inspired by someone to become curious about our world, our role in that world, and ways in which we contribute to that world to make it better. And we heard, as we were welcoming one another, some of those stories. The accomplishments of each member of this Academy reflect that initial inspiration, transformed into aspirations and lived out in small and large ways throughout our lives and careers. Your creativity and innovations have had and will continue to have an impact on the future of nursing and healthcare in the world. So I'd like to just take a moment for each of us to reflect on what initially inspired us toward that end and now serves as our own touchstone on our journeys in and toward holistic scholarship. As with our world, our stories shed light on where we've come from and where we're going. So let me just share a little bit about my journey. My journey began with Mary Sue Infante, whom some of you knew and know, during a class of promising nursing students that we were and could be change agents. We argued with her. To Jackie Fawcett, as a young researcher seeking the contours of the human energy field, creating questions in my mind. Is there something more out there to explore? And opening me to possibilities. To me, owning that curiosity and committing to explore the possibilities of holism and healing with and through Martha Rogers and Dee Krieger, and many of you who are here today who nurtured the micro and the macro environments in my world that supported my explorations in healing and ways to language healing as central to holistic nursing. Opportunities for my holistic nursing scholarship evolved. Over time, it fluctuated, it flowed, it got blocked. In one sense, I had a community supporting my scholarship, which enriched the process. In another sense, I felt alone in an academic wilderness, as few knew of, had value for, or even an interest in my area of scholarship. It was often underground, still nurtured, but out of sight. You may have had similar or different experiences, or were able to create a community of like-minded individuals who supported your scholarship daily, or at intervals across your careers. Balancing and negotiating these different environments was challenging, and yet we persisted. One of our intended purposes of the Academy is to create a venue to support and nurture each of us as we pursue our individual and collective visions of holistic nursing scholarship. It is the uniqueness of our personal and professional journeys, the nature of those journeys for each of us, along with the focus of our scholarly endeavors, that brings synergy to this Academy. So when we talk about scholarship and the support of scholarship for our members, in our purpose statement, in our foundational documents of the Global Academy, we saw that scholarship was central. We clarified what we meant and intended by drawing upon Boyer's model of scholarship to describe the diverse approaches and manifestations of scholarship and how we each uniquely express scholarship in our lives. Adding to that, nursing scholarship was further clarified, again drawing upon Boyer's work, as the generation, synthesis, translation, application, and dissemination of knowledge that aims to improve or transform healthcare. It includes communicating that knowledge that is generated through multiple forms of inquiry. And these include clinical practice, nursing education, policy, healthcare delivery, and much more. And yet now we are talking about holistic nursing scholarship, and we have engaged in this. But I would like to explore this a little bit more and talk about the nature of holistic nursing scholarship. I think holistic nursing scholarship is both broader and more specific than the scholarship or nursing scholarship. From my perspective, holistic nursing scholarship brings into consideration the underlying context of the scholarship, its source, its purpose, and its focus. As with the holistic paradigm, holistic nursing scholarship strives to appreciate our phenomenon of concern within a unitary transformative framework. The nexus of this framework appreciates that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Through the scholarly processes of discovery, practice, teaching, and advocacy, our aims bring holistic knowing into being and into action as praxis. The efforts of our scholarship center our intentional being, and being with another, engaging and exploring the mutuality of the healing-caring relationship, and incorporating multiple ways of knowing, spiritual, ethical, emancipatory, among many others. Within the Academy, as we explore holistic nursing scholarship a little more deeply, we acknowledge that each member of the Academy, each one of our esteemed scholars, brings a universe of experiences, scholarly activities, through this process of inquiry, practice, education, and advocacy. The holistic nature of these activities are grounded in viewing human beings and the environment as integral with one another. We appreciate that as human beings we are whole, and our awareness of our wholeness evolves and flows in relation to our life experiences. Health and well-being are dynamic, and they are reflections of our relationship with our inner self, with others, and with the environment. Health informs and is informed by the meaning we find in our experiences. Change is inevitable, yet unpredictable. However, as nurses, we continue to be committed to supporting change in a particular direction toward balance and well-being through our caring and healing intentions and actions. Our holistic scholarship explores and brings life to these concepts. How we individually and collectively enact our understanding, communicate our knowing and emerging knowledge to others, contributes to the improvement of or enhancement of the health and well-being of individuals, communities, society, at local, regional, national, and global levels. The outcomes of our endeavors reveal the full measure of our holistic scholarship. The nature of the Academy's purposes and values require that we share our discoveries with others through dissemination, advocacy, and being present at various negotiating tables to represent and advance holistic nursing. Toward those ends, we created a structure, a venue, wherein our members and scholars are supported to carry out their aspirations, to inspire and mentor others engaged in holistic nursing scholarship. Further, the groundwork established by the Academy is enriched by the members' commitment to be engaged with and further the purposes of the Academy. The founders of the Academy prepared the earth. We sowed the seeds. You, our inaugural and esteemed scholars, reflect the initial fruits of that labor. In turn, as holistic scholars, you will engage in ongoing cycles of preparing, sowing, nurturing, reaping, and disseminating future holistic scholarship. Not like you haven't done that already, let me just say. But it is through the synergy of the holistic nursing scholars arrayed here in living color that the Academy will achieve its purposes. As with the Chihuly Garden, the exquisite beauty of our diversity is revealed through the mutuality of our relationships with one another, where transformation may be realized. We welcome you, and we are honored by your membership in the Academy. Your scholarship is the vehicle. The praxis you create is the goal. Thank you. So this is the introduction to the ceremony. The induction of our inaugural cohort of Academy Scholars is an historical event, as Helen stated. The inaugural cohort consists of 3 groups of inductees: charter, honorary, distinguished members. Each group brings something unique to the Academy. All individuals within each group come with a commitment to do the work required to actualize the mission, vision, and purposes of GAN, or the Academy. These groups were created to facilitate the development of a culture that will support prosperity, of the multiple foci of this organization. Many of the scholars could have come in under a different role, given that we all adhere to a common set of values. As we introduce our inductees, you will soon recognize the similarities across all three groups. Note that each individual contributes to the whole of the Academy, bringing wisdom, skills, personal attributes that create this synergy of holistic nursing scholarship. The Board of Directors is honored to present to you the following inaugural inductees of the Global Academy of Holistic Nursing. They will be introduced according to group membership and in alphabetical order. So as we move forward, I am pleased to introduce Kay Sondor to you, who will welcome our charter members. Welcome, Kay.
Thank you, Marianne. The GON scholars identified as charter members is a one-of-a-kind cohort being inducted today. They have facilitated the founders in preparing for this day, the inaugural induction of our first group of Academy scholars. Since this is our inaugural year, there will only be one cohort of charter members. Members of this group could have come in as honorary or distinguished scholars, but instead, when asked to join early, they did, and to help us prepare for this day. They willingly brought their energy, their wisdom, and their open hearts as they participated in beta testing the application, in the blind peer review of the distinguished applicants, and in the internal processes to reinforce the culture of our organization. They have worked diligently alongside board members from the beginning. We are grateful for their assistance, and we welcome the following charter members as GON scholars. Margaret Burkhart. Welcome to the Academy, Margaret, or Peggy, as most people know you. Peggy is a holistic nursing educator, researcher, practitioner, and author. In 1999, she was awarded the American Holistic Nursing Association Holistic Nurse of the Year Award. As a prolific nursing writer, her research and publications focused on expanding an understanding of spirituality within a holistic nursing context. In addition, she provided holistic nursing leadership with the American Holistic Nurses Association through her committee work and as president. Peggy loves being outdoors and has a family farm in West Virginia, and that's her happy place retreat. Thank you for your contributions to holistic nursing. W. Richard Cowling III. Welcome to the Academy, Richard. Richard is the editor of the Journal of Holistic Nursing, a peer-reviewed quarterly journal with a focus on integrating holistic health and practice in education and promoting research to advance holistic health. He has a strong background in major academic leadership roles, including partnerships with national organizations and promoting excellence in nursing. Richard is a Rogerian scholar, and his excellence in nursing education was recognized by his induction as a fellow into the Academy of Nursing Education of the National League of Nursing. Many of you do not know this, but Richard is a creative container gardener. Thank you for your work in holistic nursing. Joan Engebretson. Welcome to the Academy, Joan. Joan started her nursing career in public health and then settled in Houston, where she held the Judy Fred Professorship in Nursing at the University of Texas Health Science Center School of Nursing, where she taught for 35 years. She's a clinical nurse specialist and in maternal child health and is certified as an advanced holistic nurse. She served on the American Holistic Nursing Credentialing Corporation Board of Directors. Joan is recognized for her work as a nursing leader in education, management, practice, and research. Joan is the co-inventor of the Wee Thumbie, the first pacifier modeled after the size and shape of a preemie thumb for use with very low birth weight babies. Thank you for your contributions to holistic nursing. Sonia R. Harden. Welcome to the Academy, Sonia. Sonia is the Dean of the School of Nursing at the University of Louisville. Her leadership includes developing partnerships with organizations to impact workforce needs. Prior to joining the University of Louisville, Sonia was an administrator at East Carolina University, where she oversaw a $2.5 million project to integrate the education of primary care providers, including nurse practitioners, in the delivery of geriatric care in rural North Carolina. Sonia is from Appalachia and is knowledgeable about the history and culture of this region. Thank you for your contributions to holistic nursing. Mary A. Joseph. Mary is an assistant professor. Welcome to the Academy, Mary. Let me get started right. Welcome to the Academy, Mary. Mary is an assistant professor of nursing at the City University of New York Lehman College in the Bronx. She is an experienced nursing educator with a demonstrated history of working with higher education. She is an expert in working with nonprofit organizations, an experienced and passionate nursing educator, and a clinical researcher. She's received certificates in integrative imagery and transpersonal development. Mary has served on the board of directors of the Society for Rogerian Scholars, the Transcultural Nursing Society, and the Antigua Progressive Society. Mary is from Antigua and lived there the first 16 years of her life. She goes back home every year. Thank you for your contributions to holistic nursing. Marcy L. Maple. Welcome to the Academy, Marcy. Marcy is a nurse practitioner and professor at Bemidji State University in Bemidji, Minnesota, where she is the chief nursing administrator and chair of the Department of Nursing. She is an outstanding holistic nursing leader and serves as president for the Society of the Advancement of Modeling and Role Modeling. Marcy is actively involved as a consultant, working with her nursing colleagues to facilitate holistic nursing on the Red Lake Indian Nation, the White Earth Indian Reservation, and the Leech Lake Indian Reservation, all located near Bemidji, Minnesota. She enjoys spending time at her log cabin with her family, being outdoors, playing pickleball, ice fishing, and kayaking. Thank you for your many contributions to holistic nursing. Charles Reed. Welcome to the Academy, Charles. Charles is the Vice President and Assistant Chief Nursing Officer at the Center for Clinical Excellence and Ancillary Services at the University of Texas Health Systems in San Antonio, Texas. He previously served as Executive Director for the Center of Excellence in Patient Care. He is committed to promoting nursing practice using the latest evidence-based research and technology for improving patient outcomes, which has led him to be an award-winning healthcare executive and a recognized national speaker. Charles has a unique pet, a wolf-dog hybrid. Thank you, Charles, for your contributions to nursing. Ellen Schultz. Welcome to the Academy, Ellen. Ellen is a professor emerita at Metropolitan State University in St. Paul, Minnesota, where she was instrumental in creating a holistic nursing curriculum and getting Metropolitan State University nursing program endorsed by the American Holistic Nurses Credentialing Corporation. She's a certified labyrinth facilitator and takes every opportunity to walk a new labyrinth when she's traveling. Ellen has built a labyrinth in her backyard. She's a certified advanced holistic nurse and also certified as a healing touch practitioner. Ellen has held various holistic nursing leadership positions, including past president of the board of directors of the American Holistic Nurses Credentialing Corporation. Ellen walks in all kinds of weather along the St. Croix River near her home. Thank you for your contributions to holistic nursing. Sharon Stout Shaffer. Welcome to the Academy, Sharon. Sharon is a founding member of the Ohio Heart of Healing, a nonprofit organization that is a satellite chapter of the Therapeutic Touch International Association. She developed a model of therapeutic capacity that is used at Capital University with students. Sharon actively promoted the Compassion Caravan, a national project that invited nurses to be compassionately heard, seen, and supported. The programs are aligned with the American Holistic Nurses Association to support nurses in response to the high stress and burnout rates in nursing. Thank you for your work in holistic nursing. Now I would like to introduce Margaret Erickson, who will introduce the honorary members of the Academy.
Thank you, Kay. The GON scholars who've been identified as honorary members are individuals who have created a program of scholarship across time. Their contributions to nursing at large and holistic nursing more specifically have influenced change, sometimes opening avenues of query and ways of knowing that affect the trajectory of the profession. These eminent scholars have joined GON with the intent to offer their skills and attributes to actualize the vision and mission of the Academy. As stated by Peggy Chen, the first of these to join, I'm in with both feet and a full heart. Their insights acquired through the years of practice provides the wisdom needed to provide consultation to the board and committees, participate in our mentoring services, strategize best ways to negotiate systems, and to be ambassadors for GON at the national and international level. When they responded to GON's invite, these esteemed members committed wholeheartedly to bring themselves to actualize GON's vision and mission. The board of directors is grateful for the commitment of these outstanding nurse scholars, honor their contributions to our profession, and welcome them to join us in our endeavors. We welcome the following inaugural honorary scholars of the Global Academy of Holistic Nursing. The Academy welcomes Veda Andrus, international, passionate, inspirational edge runner and leader in holistic nursing. She has impacted innumerable nurses, their patients and families, healthcare organizations for the last 40 plus years. She was the founding president of Seeds and Bridges, Center for Holistic Nursing Education. She created the first certificate program in holistic nursing, and she was the U.S. first certificate nurse in holistic nursing. Vita is our the first certificate. She served on the HNCC Board of Directors, was past president and editor of the Journal of Holistic Nursing, received the Holistic Nurse of the Year Award, currently serves as Vice President of Education and Program Development for the Birch Tree Center. Thank you, Vita, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Tommy Austin. Tommy is Senior Vice President and Chief Nursing Executive at the University Health System. She is solution-focused, creative, supports personal and professional growth, and inspires people to want to follow her. She was recognized in 2020 as one of the 50 most influential clinical executives for her transformational leadership in nursing and healthcare, and among the top 10 minority executives in the U.S. She implemented holistic nursing theory-based practice throughout her system, the third largest public health system in Texas. During the early stages of COVID, recognizing that PPEs were scarce, she used her nursing insight, knowledge, and love for quilting to create and oversee the creation of over 6,500 masks that were distributed to patients, colleagues, family, friends, and the community. Tommy, thank you for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Patricia Benner, who is recognized for her seminal work in the development of theory, novice to expert. In 1989, when she and Judith Grubel wrote the Primary of Caring thesis, their thesis was that the primary way of being in the world is through emotional connections and relatedness. They were countering Cartesian scientism that imagines that we are primarily disengaged, private, idiosyncratic individuals observing our objective world. Holistic nursing moves us from a disengaged view of ourselves and others to our essential interconnectedness, caring relationships, practices, and knowledge. Patricia taught ethics and spirituality for several years at the University of California, San Francisco. She has been recognized by the American Academy as a living legend. Thank you, Patricia, for your prominent contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Carol Bidford. Carol has provided lifelong service to nursing with a distinguished 22-year career in the U.S. Navy Nurse Corps and continues serving today, 23 plus years, as ANA Senior Policy Fellow and Advisor. Carol was instrumental in supporting the revisions of the latest ANA scope and standards so that they were more closely aligned with the holistic paradigm. She noted that she experienced a deep dive learning experience, discovering the complexity, robustness, and profound impact of holistic nursing and its stellar holistic nurses as she worked closely with Dr. Mariano in the development of the successful application for ANA specialty recognition of holistic nursing and the accompanying holistic nursing scope and standards of practice. Thank you, Carol, for your contributions to holistic nursing. The Academy welcomes Peggy Chen, an evolutionary leader in the feminist, critical, emancipatory, and postmodern theories and methodologies, as well as women's and LGBTQ health. She established the Nurse Manifest, a call to conscience and action to raise awareness, facilitate and inspire anti-racist approach, and open discussions that are vital to nursing and healthcare globally. Peggy is the founder and editor of Advanced Nursing Science, challenging holistic nursing scholars to publish and disseminate their knowledge and their scholarly work. She is known for extensive and ongoing work in nursing knowledge and theory development. She is co-founder of Nursology, created to provide access to and advancement of nursing knowledge and science and humanistic initiatives globally. Peggy loves to travel, quilt, play the harp, and do Sudoku. Thank you, Peggy, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Rita Chow. Rita has served 41 years in the U.S. Army Nurse Corps, the Army Reserves, and the U.S. Public Health Service, with multiple leadership assignments, including Deputy Director at the Office of Long-Term Care, Nurse Director at the Sioux Reservation Indian Health Service, nurse director or chief nurse at the National Hansen's Disease Center in Louisiana. And her final assignment was at the Federal Bureau of Prisons Medical Center in Fort Worth, Texas. In all of her assignments, her focus was always on promoting higher quality of holistic nursing, creating and establishing self-care focused programs for the patients, and nursing education programs. An example was done during her last assignment in Fort Worth, where she created an inmate-run hospice program. She received the United States Public Health Service Distinguished Service Medal Award, as well as the Chief Nurse Officer Award for her outstanding service. She has also served as director of the National Interfaith Coalition on Aging and was awarded as the first Holistic Nurse of the Year, AHNA's Holistic Nurse of the Year Award. Thank you, Rita, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Margaret Devino, also known as Margie. She is an experienced nurse and healthcare attorney at an internationally law-based firm in New York City. She handles a broad spectrum of healthcare matters, and her clients include home care agencies for the developmentally disabled, FHQCs, nonprofit organizations, and others, including hospitals. She is the past chair of the health law sections of both New York and New Jersey State Bar Associations. She supports the mission and work of both HNCC and GON as our legal services provider. Margie serves on the boards for Life Inspire, a nonprofit servicing developmentally disabled clients, SFDS, a low-income housing development corporation, and Saving Mothers, an organization dedicated to eradicating preventable maternal deaths and birth-related complications in developing countries. Thank you, Margie, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Barbie Dolphy, an international leader in holistic nursing and nurse coaching. Barbie led the first holistic nursing practice analysis study, which was foundational and essential to the development of the first holistic nursing certification examination. She is an international leader and is instrumental in the creation of the nurse coach role and the development of the nurse coach exam. She was the first author of the gold standard, the Holistic Nursing Handbook for Nursing Practice, and the original author of the first standards for holistic nursing and caring. She is the author of the Theory of Integral Nursing. She founded the International Co-Director and the International Co-Director and board member of the Nightingale Initiative for Global Health. She co-founded the International Nurse Coach Association and the Integrative Nurse Coach Academy. She has been recognized as the holistic nurse and lifetime achievement through AHNA's award system. Thank you, Barbie, for your contributions for holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Mary Fenton, a national transformational leader who envisions what is needed to create holistic nursing education and practice. She received an astounding 13 NIH grants during her career. At the University of Texas, Mary Baylor, she envisioned healing as central to nursing and created an environment that facilitated the development of the first healing-focused nursing program. At Texas Tech University, she spearheaded the first holistic DNP program based on the global concept of primary holistic healthcare as defined by the World Health Organization. She instigated the first World Health Organization Center in Texas with a focus on healing, family-centered, community-based primary healthcare, and nurse midwifery. She is an expert in several healing therapies, an avid horsewoman, and has been identified by the Texas Nurses Association as a Texas legacy. Thank you, Mary, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Noreen Frisch, recognized as international leader in holistic nursing, nursing terminologies, and informatics. She is one of the originals of the first standards for holistic nursing and caring. She served as professor at the University of Victoria and dean at Cleveland State University Department of Nursing, where she promoted holistic nursing education and practice. She received the Excellence in Nursing Administration Award from the University of Victoria for her work and the Lifetime Achievement Award from AHNA. Currently, she serves on the editorial board of the Journal of Holistic Nursing. She and her husband have undertaken the exciting and ongoing training of a service puppy over the last year. Thank you, Noreen, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Christopher Johns, internationally recognized as a pioneer in developing reflective practice in healthcare practice, educational curriculum, and reflexive narrative research. Christopher served as a professor of nursing at the University of Bedfordshire in the United Kingdom for 25 years. He created the Johns model of structured reflection to help nurses critically reflect on and analyze complex decision-making. He has authored the seminal textbooks, Becoming a Reflective Practitioner and Mindful Leadership. Christopher continues to guide colleagues and doctoral students as a visiting professor at the Canterbury Church Christ University. Thank you for your contributions, Christopher, to Holistic Nursing Scholarship. The Academy welcomes Mary Johnson. As a new nurse, Lieutenant Johnson treated soldiers injured in the Vietnam War. She noted, many patients suffered terrible burns and could barely be touched. But because of their durable army boots, their feet were often relatively unscathed. So I began foot massage, and I realized the importance of touch. This firsthand experience spurred her interest in what would later become known as healing touch. She is a passionate and inspiring educator, worked for many years at both St. Olaf and the Center for Spirituality and Healing, inspiring the students who were lucky enough to have her. She is a board member and healing touch provider at Pathways, a health crisis resource center. She has received the Lifetime Achievement Award from AHNA, as well as the Nurse Educator of the Year Award from the University of Minnesota Colleges of Nursing. She noted that among all her accomplishments, one of the ones she was most proud of is the fact that in a hospital, you often see nurses enter a room and go directly to the computer. At St. Olaf, our students are taught to focus on the person, not a list of things to do. Thank you, Mary, for your contributions to holistic nursing. The Academy welcomes Lynn Keegan, a pioneer and international leader in the development and advancement of holistic nursing. She facilitated holistic nursing and education at numerous organizations and universities throughout her career. She is one of the primary authors of the Golden Book, Holistic Nursing, a Handbook for Practice. Lynn is a founder and advocate for the Golden Room, an innovative place for end of life, where people can transition and the nurses, care providers facilitate a peaceful, dignified passing while receiving ethical and compassionate care in a serene and aesthetic environment. She also authored The Golden Room, a practical guide for death with dignity, and co-authored AJN Award-winning Book of the Year for 2 years in a row, End of Life, Nursing Solutions for Death with Dignity. Thank you, Lynn, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Carlo Mariano, a holistic national nursing leader in holistic nursing curriculum development, research, and practice. Carlo was instrumental in developing the H&P program at NYU and the holistic baccalaureate-based nursing program at Pacific College of Health and Sciences. She spearheaded the task force that revised the scope and standards for holistic nursing, the initiative which gave holistic nursing official ANA recognition as a distinct nursing specialty. She is the past president of AHNA, has served as editor for both the Journal of Holistic Nursing and Advanced Nursing Science. Carla used to take students on annual retreats to the Pumpkin Hollow Retreat Center in New York, a theosophical retreat center where she helped students think about holistic nursing through dialoguing on self-care and holistic nursing. She is the recipient of the AHNA Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you, Carla, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Marie Shanahan, international, inspirational edge runner in holistic nursing leadership and transformation. She is the founder and CEO of the Birch Tree Center for Healthcare Transformation. She served as past treasurer of the AHNA Board of Directors and has received the Holistic Nurse of the Year Award. She was a co-primary investigator for a nurse retention grant that was written and executed over a 2-year period on nurse satisfaction and retention, a return to caring and healing, enriching the professional practice environment for registered nurses. Study results included increased improvement in nurse retention, increased improvement in nurse job satisfaction, patient satisfaction, and an amazing cost savings of $3 million over 2.5 years. Marie developed and led the first hospital-based holistic nursing learning center in the United States, starting it in 1994. She offered CEs for nurses and other healthcare providers, as well as anyone who was interested in learning more about holistic health. She taught about stress management, holistic nursing, alternative healing therapies, and CAM, and self-care. Thank you, Marie, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Margaret Maggie O'Brien King. Maggie served 27 years as a professor and associate director of the undergraduate program for the School of Nursing at Xavier University in Cincinnati, where she supported, developed, and facilitated holistic nursing-based curriculum, and with her passion inspired all the students who were able to work with, learn from, and be mentored by her. She was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award and has served as the editor for the Journal of Holistic Nursing. She has done a lot of community volunteer work, and I wanted to just highlight 2 of those incidences here today. She served with the Mercy Neighborhood Ministries, serving underserved neighborhoods, and served the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Cincinnati for several years. With the Boys and Girls Club, she was one of the co-founders who developed a book and CD entitled Forging the Way for students ages 6 to 18, and it included content on gardening and environments, safety, careers, and life after high school, which was distributed throughout the country to every Boys and Girls Club. Thank you, Maggie, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Danielle Pessa, innovative nurse educator, author, organizational consultant, futurist who is committed to the future of nursing and healthcare. Daniel served as a staff nurse and CNS in the U.S. Army. He has also served in multiple educator and leadership roles at national universities throughout the country, including University of Michigan, University of South Carolina, University of Indiana, and University of Minnesota. He is the past director of the Catherine Densford International Center for Nursing Leadership and served on the board as well as president for Sigma Theta Tau. Over the last several years, he has been on United Planet, an organization that focuses on unlocking your potential as a global citizen, empowering you to create a more peaceful, cohesive, and sustainable world. He is a passionate, skilled educator and leader and inspires others to embrace holistic, passion centered, relationship based nursing care, as evidenced by myself, one of his past students. Thank you, Daniel, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Marilyn D. Ray. Marilyn served in the U.S. Air Force for 32 years as a flight nurse during the Vietnam conflict, and then she commanded assignments in education, administration, aerospace nursing research, and space education. Thereafter, she served on the faculty at the School of Nursing for the Florida Atlantic University. Marilyn was a student of the late Madeline Leininger and completed a MA in Cultural Anthropology. She received the Leininger Award in Transcultural Nursing. She is the author of the theory of bureaucratic caring, which was selected by the U.S. Air Force Nursing Corps as the cornerstone and structural framework for the development of the person-centered professional practice model, which is used internationally in healthcare and military institutions to guide holistic nursing. Marilyn has devoted her life to building bridges in caring science, transcultural nursing, leadership, the military, and management. Thank you, Dee, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Marlene Smith, who is instrumental in bringing unitary and caring science to the forefront of nursing. She is known for her extensive work in developing holistic-based knowledge related to processes and outcomes of healing, specifically touch therapies, and analyzing, applying, and extending existing nursing theories, and developing and evaluating models of theory-guided practice. She was invited to participate on the Samueli Institute's interdisciplinary scientific panel to advance guidelines for the study of healing. Marilyn received NLN's Martha E. Rogers Award for her contributions to the advancement of nursing science. She currently serves as an editor for the Journal of Holistic Nursing. Thank you, Marlene, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Jean Watson. Jean has fearlessly and relentlessly engaged in educating and researching unitary caring science nurse clinicians, educators, and scholars. She is an ambassador for holistic nursing using an international platform. Jean created the theory of human caring, which has been incorporated into education and patient care at hundreds of nursing schools and healthcare facilities across the world. She is the founder of the Watson Caring Science Institute, the International Association in Human Caring, and the International Caritas Consortium. As a pioneer in holistic nursing, she has received many awards, including but not limited to the Fetzer Institute Norman Cousins Award, a Fulbright Research Award in Sweden, and she is a nursing legend from the American Academy of Nursing. She has also received the Holistic Nurse of the Year and the Lifetime Achievement Award from AHNA. Thank you, Jean, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. The Academy welcomes Danny Willis. Danny is currently the Dean and a professor at Trudy Bosch Valentine School of Nursing. Danny's program of research and scholarship focuses on human responses to interpersonal violence, including bullying, and the mental health of boys and men in the aftermath of trauma and abuse, promotion of health, well-being, and healing in the aftermath of marginalizing and traumatic experiences. He has taught at multiple universities throughout the country and been a strong mentor, facilitator of nurses and interdisciplinary colleagues as they work towards their graduate level degrees and education. He's been elected to the board of directors for the Society of Rogerian Scholars and the Wisconsin Center for Nursing. His co-publication on a central unifying focus for the discipline of nursing, facilitating humanization, meaning quality of life, and healing and living and dying, which was published in the Advances of Nursing Sciences, has garnered national and international recognition for its relevance to nursing. Thank you, Danny, for your contributions to holistic nursing scholarship. It has been an honor to introduce you, and it is now my privilege to pass the baton to Deb Shields, who will introduce our distinguished scholars. Thank you.
Thanks, Margaret, and welcome to everyone. Distinguished members are those who responded to our invitation to join the work of the Academy. This cohort of scholars includes individuals who range from those who are highly recognized across systems to those who have made major contributions within systems. Each member submitted an application that underwent an extensive blind peer review. Their accomplishments, contributions to the advancement of holistic nursing scholarship, personal attributes, and goals as a scholar of GON were considered as a gestalt. There is no doubt that these scholars are ready to work as committee members, colleagues eager to participate in culture building, and mentor others who are aspiring to GON membership. These are an amazing group of individual leaders. The board of directors is honored to welcome our inaugural cohort of distinguished scholars. The Academy welcomes Karen Avino. Karen's passion for holistic health and wellness is exemplified in her roles as Director of Education for Integrative Nurse Coach Academy, International Nurse Coach Association, a graduate faculty at Florida Atlantic University, and a consultant to organizations who aspire to create healing environments and integrate holistic nursing practice. Her dedication to holistic nursing enfolds her love of maternal child nursing, nurse coaching, and her ability to see the potential in students, gently nudging them toward their self-discovery. Karen's voice is clear in her advocacy for nurse coach reimbursement. She loves spending time with her family, including 6 grandchildren, exploring the beautiful nature along the Delaware coast. Thank you, Karen, for your contributions, countless contributions to the advancement of holistic nursing. Mary Brecky. Welcome to the Academy, Mary. Mary's lifelong commitment to holistic nursing is reflected in her amazing accomplishments in accreditation and education. As president of AHNCC, she was instrumental in developing the Advanced Holistic Nursing Examination. Mary served on the Advisory Council for the HNA Standards of Holistic Nursing Practice, published in 2000, even before holistic nursing was recognized as a specialty by the ANA. Mary was pivotal in bringing the HNA and the AHMA together for their first and only joint conference, and it was a fabulous conference. She was a major force in the endorsement of Metro State's nursing curriculum. Mary's holism is also illuminated in her love of her fur babies. After a lifelong dog bonding, she now lives and loves her mixed breed cat, Red, appreciating his independence and his catness. Who knows, maybe Red is expressing his holistic nature. Thank you, Mary, for your visionary leadership and for forging the way. Lynn Clayton. Welcome, Lynn, to the Academy. Lynn is an educator, practitioner, researcher, and consultant who does, in every role, integrate theory-guided practice. She is a role modeling scholar and president-elect of the Society for the Advancement of Modeling and Role Modeling. Lynn's passion has always been caring for the entire person and their family, from her early days at St. Jude's to today, as she is present for families as they face difficult life, health, and end-of-life decisions. And Lynn loves kiddos. During her tenure as a nursing professor at Harding University, Lynn envisioned and brought to life the Making Preschool Physical Exams Fun Clinic, a space to play, receive health screenings without fear. So holistic, so creative. Lynn is at home in nature, specifically the Smoky Mountains, sitting on a boulder in the middle of a flowing stream. Thank you, Lynn, for illuminating the beauty of theory-guided practice and your ever-present compassion. Carrie Darby. Welcome, Carrie, to the Academy. Carrie recognizes the need for a paradigm shift in healthcare from the biomedical model to one that focuses on holistic person-centered care. In her role as the RN Whole Health Consultant with the Office of Patient-Centered Care and Cultural Transformation at the VA, Carrie has been integral in implementing whole person care and change within the entire VA system, pretty big. She develops holistic nursing educational programs for all VA nurses and provides consultation to the leadership, really about whole health and holistic nursing. Carrie's expertise has led to policy changes. Indeed, she is moving mountains one hill at a time. Carrie lives with her husband and two little guys along the beautiful Susquehanna River. They enjoy fishing, boating, kayaking, sharing the beauty of nature, and they are award-winning homebrewers. Thank you, Carrie, for your passion, courage, and your belief in holism. Griselle Hernandez. Welcome, Griselle. Griselle is a caring science scholar, a Caritas coach, and a Latina nurse leader. She is a fellowship in the Leadership Academy of the Hispanic Foundation of Silicon Valley. Griselle is the executive director for the Center for Education and Professional Development at Stanford Healthcare and is committed to creating a caring, healing environment for staff. She is also a faculty associate at the Watson Caring Science Institute, where she is completing a postdoctorate in caring science. Griselle's passion for holistic nursing is lived in diverse experiences within clinical nursing practice, administration, and public health. She has a deep commitment to social justice and healthcare equity. Thank you, Griselle, for your tireless work in bringing caring and justice to our world. Catherine Johnson. Welcome, Catherine, to the Academy. Catherine has devoted her life to holistic health, and in her varied roles as an educator, public health nurse, and aromatherapist, brings her compassion, her presence, and her belief in possibilities. She is a nationally recognized aromatherapist and utilizes this holistic healthcare approach to support student health and well-being. Additionally, she provides education for both health and non-healthcare individuals on stress management techniques. Catherine has developed clinical practice guidelines for pain management using essential oils. She served as an aromatherapy expert for the AHNA. In the word of her colleagues, she will uphold the values and behaviors of the Academy with ethics and professionalism. Thank you, Catherine, for your passion and ongoing commitment to advance holistic nursing. Elizabeth Kinchin. Welcome to the Academy, Elizabeth. Elizabeth's primary research interest is in the preservation of holistic nursing values in advanced practice nursing and models of care that illustrate the vital and unique contributions that advanced practice nurses make to care. She is an author and frequent presenter at local, national, and international conferences in the area of holistic nursing values in generalist and advanced practice nursing care. Her other research interests include the exploration of shared decision-making and holistic therapies for stress relief in both practicing and student nurses. Elizabeth is an assistant professor at Florida Atlantic University, where she imparts her passion for holistic nursing to students and colleagues alike. Thank you, Elizabeth, for your unending commitment to the core values of holistic nursing. Amy Moore. Welcome to the Academy, Amy. In Amy's words, leadership is the transfer of inspiration. And to be sure, her lifelong commitment to holistic nursing exemplifies this. She's inspired many. Amy is an integrative health and wellness nurse coach, teacher, and storyteller. In her private practice, Personalized Wellness, she supports people with issues related to chronic disease, caregiving, and end of life. Amy is a clinical faculty at the International Nurse Coach Association Integrative Nurse Coach Academy. She is deeply committed to the integration of theory in nursing education, inspiring nurses to empower their practice wherever they work. Amy has posited social justice conscious praxis, look within a person, as a guiding life principle. Thank you, Amy, for your ever-present presence and your boundless compassion. Joyce Perkins. Welcome to the Academy, Joyce. Joyce is a professor at St. Catherine's University, where she teaches in a new theory-guided program, and it's a hybrid program, and they help students explore the interface between Western medicine and ancient healing practices. Her explorations of compassion, unitary human caring science, and Native American and Peruvian healing practices bring richness and meaning to her students. Joyce was a leader in St. Catherine's HNCC endorsement. Joyce's commitment to holistic health and healing manifests in her love of teaching water aerobics, entering the flow state with a wonderful community. She believes that family gatherings and warm relationships with all are foundational supports for a well-crafted life. Thank you, Joyce, for your expansive vision and your willingness to share your heart wisdom. David Rabinowitch. Welcome to the Academy, David. David is a professor in the nursing department at Orange County Community College, where he integrates holism into diverse didactic and experiential activities, and where students frequently call him their favorite. He is a passionate advocate for inclusive, holistic healthcare for self and others. David is recognized as a leader in international education and routinely travels abroad to Sweden to teach healing touch, holistic nursing, and integrative nursing. As president of HNCC, David worked diligently with Dr. Erickson in securing HNCC's home office located in Topeka. Thank you, David, for your lifelong commitment and leadership in holism. William Rosa. Welcome, William. Billy's commitment to holistic nursing is illuminated in practice, nursing, and service. He has inspired a new paradigm of interconnectedness for the global nursing community, focused on access to alleviate suffering through person and community-centered models. He is also committed to universal palliative care and conscious death. With colleagues, he is broadening the lens of possibilities to promote comfort and decrease suffering using sacred medicine. Billy says that his secret weapon to productivity is his 4-year-old black lab, Ellis, whose favorite activities include swimming, ball fetching, squirrel chasing, and treat stealing. In his words, she is love. Thank you, Billy, for your vibrancy, your passion, and for your dedication to social justice and equity. Cynthia Walters. Welcome, Cindy. Cindy is an assistant clinical professor in the School of Nursing at Duquesne University and was instrumental in designing a holistic curriculum that resulted in AHNCC endorsement. Cindy works closely with the underserved populations in the Pittsburgh area. She develops safe sleep interventions for caregivers of infants in multiple housing projects and formed partnerships to bring partnerships to help educate individuals and communities about SIDS. Cindy ardently advocates for cancer screening for incarcerated women and campus healthcare policies for the LGBTQ community. She has lived beside her 95 and 93-year-old parents for the past 35 years. Cindy believes that living beside them on the land of her ancestors has been the catalyst for her interest in all things holistic. Thank you, Cindy, for your caring for the often unseen and your amazing contributions to holistic nursing. Welcome to all of our distinguished scholars.
Thank you, Deb and Mickey and Kay. So on behalf of the directors of the Global Academy of Holistic Nursing, we are honored and humbled that you join us today, our esteemed inaugural scholars, to share the vision for the future of holistic nursing scholarship and for your commitment to advancing equity and transformation in healthcare around the world. It's my pleasure now to introduce you to Richard Cowling, who will provide our end note. Thank you.
For those of you who know me very well, understand it's very difficult for me to be brief with any remarks. So I decided very recently to turn this into a set of 7 blessings for our work around We Belong. And I was also going to propose that you close your eyes for these blessings, but then I realized that it was only a ploy to get you not to see me reading from my prepared remarks. So these are my 7 blessings for our work. Blessing 1, may we remember and find meaning in the music and voice of Pat Benatar. We belong to the light, we belong to the thunder, we belong to the sounds of the words we've fallen under. Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong, we belong, we belong together. Blessing 2, in the era of COVID-19, coupled with the rising tide of a community in tune with Black lives in the United States, may we be called to action that reflects our commitment to a praxis that delivers nursing care that is truly appreciative of the diversity of all peoples we serve. Blessing 3, may our collective consciousness be raised to the ways that nursing and nurses in all aspects of our discipline have been lulled into an unintentional disciplinary perspective that often subtly and not so subtly embraces colonization. Blessing 3, may we come to know and embrace the unifying themes that will lead us to paths of work that aim to decolonize global health through a holistic nurseology. Blessing 4, may we come to fully adopt an alternative to the past and current privileging of knowledge that reflects and integrates Indigenous knowledge into patterns of knowing in holistic nursing praxis. Blessing 5, may we transform the landscape of global health, realizing the potentialities inherent in leveraging the intersectionality of education, policy, practice, and research to improve the health of all communities. Blessing 6, inspired by the words of Pete Buttigieg. May we learn from our exposure to the dangers we have experienced for ourselves and others in the current approaches to health to find and appreciate a deepest sense of wholeness within ourselves and others. And finally, blessing 7, may we find solace, comfort, meaning, and hope in the words of the poem, The Cure of Troy by Seamus Heaney. Human beings suffer, they torture one another. They get hurt and get hard. No poem or play or song can fully right a wrong inflicted and endured. History says, don't hope, on this side of the grave. But then, once in a lifetime, the longed for tidal wave of justice can rise up, and hope and history rhyme. So hope for a great sea change on the far side of revenge. Believe that further shore is reachable from here. Believe in miracle and cures and healing wells. Call miracle self-healing, the utter self-revealing double take of feeling. If there's fire on the mountain or lightning and storm, and a goddess speaks from the sky, that means someone is hearing the outcry and the birth cry of new life at its term. It means once in a lifetime that justice can rise up and hope and history rhyme. As always, appreciatively yours, and thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Richard, for offering us this wonderful metaphor of belonging, challenging us to listen to the Indigenous voices, embracing multiple forms of knowing, and transforming inequities that lead us to realizing our role within our caring healing praxis. I've been tasked with the closing of this ceremony and the blessing of the hands, but I would first like to say, these wonderful scholars, we are pleased to formally welcome you to this unique community of global holistic nurses. Holistic nurse scholars creatively engage in exploring, articulating, and disseminating knowledge, reflecting the heart, mind, and spirit of holistic praxis. Our commitment to advancing holistic nursing connects us to our fellow human beings, colleagues, and our inner selves in a most creative and beautiful way. We celebrate you as we begin your initial steps to realize the vision of this academy. We honor your unique journeys as you integrate and share your caring, healing, scholarship, and discovery with those along your path. We are here to support and join with you as members of the global community of holistic nursing. To commemorate this moment, I'm offering a simple honoring ceremony called Blessing of the Hands. Our hands are amazing. They have been caring for others all our lives and will now become the part of the vision of the Academy to advance holistic nursing around the globe. May this blessing ground us in our mission, purpose, and values within the Global Academy of Holistic Nursing. So please place your hands over your heart for a moment. Now envision water, the powerful source of clearing and often used as a blessing. Please hold out your hands, palms up. As your hands are placed side by side together, symbolically imagine water flowing through your hands, acknowledging your caring, healing potential. Bless these hands and the sacred work they do. May our hands be sensitive to what words cannot say. May they be used with compassion, and may they bring a sense of peace and unity to nursing and the world. Now let us hold our hands up, palms out, facing the universe. Embrace all you offer to global healing. Imagine sending energy, peace, and love as we move forward on our journey, doing the work we all have been called to do. Aho, namaste. Now, members, families, and friends, thank you for sharing in this very sacred, momentous occasion, the inaugural induction of the Global Academy of Holistic Nursing. May each of you scholars share in the joy that has emerged from knowing you are now an integral part of the Global Academy of Nursing. Congratulations. We have now completed the ceremony, but we encourage you to stay for the next 30 minutes and chat using the chat options in Zoom, sharing the thoughts and blessings that you have. Peace be with you.